Hey everyone, today we're talking about ancient Egyptian tombs. 4,500 years ago, the Egyptians were busy with one main thing, building tombs for their pharaohs. In their way of thinking, life was only a short stop on a very long journey. Death was the real beginning. They called their tombs palaces of eternity. Someone once described ancient Egypt perfectly. This is a history book written in stone. It is a civilization built for the dead. So, why were they so obsessed with death? Why did tombs change from small mud mounds to giant pyramids and then disappear into hidden cliffs? Next, let's talk about the 3,000-year evolution of Egyptian tombs. To understand Egyptian architecture, you must first understand the Nile River. The Nile was not just a river. For the Egyptians, it was the center line of their universe. It flows from the mountains in the south, through narrow valleys, and finally into the Mediterranean Sea in the north. It was the only lifeline of ancient Egypt. All cities, farms, and temples were built on the east bank, where the sun rises. This side represented life. All tombs, without exception, were built on the west bank, where the sun sets. This side represented death and return. Geography also decided the building materials. In the north, Lower Egypt was a river delta. The Nile flooded every year and left rich mud behind. People used reeds, palm trees, and mud bricks to build houses. Mud bricks were easy to make, but they were weak and did not last long. So Egyptians formed a belief: buildings for the living are temporary. Mud bricks are enough. In the south, Upper Egypt was a narrow valley with tall cliffs. The land was full of hard limestone, granite, and sandstone. These heavy stones were chosen for tombs, because only stone could fight time and protect eternal life. Many people ask, wasn't building pyramids exhausting? Why didn't people rebel? To answer this, we must look at Egypt's system, a theocratic dictatorship. The pharaoh was not only a king, he was the religious leader and the organizer of all national projects. In the New Kingdom, pharaohs even called themselves the son of the sun god. This belief gave them total power to use the country's land, labor, and resources. From the day a pharaoh took the throne, his first major task was often simple: choose land and start building his tomb. This system was extreme control and slavery, but also extreme passion and faith. Architecture was not friendly or joyful. It was serious, huge, and full of pressure. Anyone entering these spaces would feel small, and this feeling created absolute fear and respect for both gods and kings. Before pyramids, Egyptians did not succeed in one step. In the early dynastic period, nobles and royalty were buried in structures called mastabas. In Egyptian, the word means long bench. Mastabas had flat tops and walls that leaned slightly inward. The burial chamber was underground, connected by a vertical shaft. Why this shape? Most of Egypt is desert without a clear surface marker. Wind and sand would hit the grave forever. The zinc, brick, and stone layers also stopped animals like hyenas from digging up bodies and made tomb robbing more difficult. Pyramids were not born perfect. They were the result of many experiments and mistakes. A pharaoh named Djoser decided one mastaba was not impressive enough. His genius architect, Imhotep, had a bold idea. What if I stuck several mastabas on top of each other? This created the step pyramid, the first large stone building in human history. Later, pharaohs kept experimenting. Some pyramids collapsed because the angle was too steep. Others had to change their shape halfway through construction. Finally, in the 4th dynasty of the Old Kingdom, the pyramids of Khufu, Khafre, and Menkaure appeared. The Great Pyramid of Khufu was 146 meters tall. Before the Eiffel Tower, it was the tallest building on Earth for 4,500 years. There is a famous mystery. without cranes. How did workers move multi-ton stones into places every 3 minutes? This leads to a question that has lived on the internet for decades. Could humans really do this? Some people believe pyramids were built by aliens or by a lost ancient civilization like Atlantis. Their reasons sound convincing. The base parameter divided by twice the height is almost equal to pi. The height multiplied by 1 billion is close to the distance from Earth to the Sun. Some granite blocks look cut with laser-like precision with perfect drill marks. The 3 pyramids line up with the 3 stars of Orion's belt. The Great Pyramid is not just engineering, it is also psychology. Inside, narrow and dark passages slope upward. Your breathing slows, your heart beats faster. This was intentional. Before seeing the pharaoh's coffin, you were meant to feel fear and pressure. To stop thieves, architects added tricks, fake burial chambers, hidden passengers, and huge stone blocks above the real tomb if the coffin was disturbed. These stones would fall and seal the chamber forever. Inside the king's chamber and queen's chamber, there are 4 thin shafts. At first, people thought they were air vents, but later research showed something else. They point directly to specific stars. The southern shafts point to Orion, the northern ones point to the North Star. These were believed to be paths for the pharaoh's soul. In 1993, a small robot explored one shaft and found a tiny stone door with copper handles. What is behind it? A hidden chamber? A final secret? No one knows. Near Khufu stands the Pyramid of Khafre. In front of it sits the Great Sphinx, facing east, welcoming the rising sun every morning. It represents the sun god and God's royal power. A long causeway connects it to the pyramid, showing that pyramids were part of large ceremonial complexes, not single buildings. By the Middle Kingdom, stability was gone. After centuries of chaos and famine, northern power weakened. A southern family from Thebes reunited Egypt. The capital moved south, and tomb architecture changed. There were no wide deserts anymore, only steep cliffs. You cannot build a giant pyramid on a cliff. At the same time, pharaohs realized something simple. A huge pyramid in the desert was a perfect target for robbers. So, architects began cutting tombs deep into cliffs. At first, they still held onto pyramid shapes. Some tombs had small pyramid tops outside, but hidden chamber inside. This was half visible, half hidden states. In the New Kingdom, pharaohs made a final choice. Appearance no longer mattered. Security mattered most. They abandoned surface monuments and hid completely underground. This created the Valley of the Kings. From the outside, there is almost nothing to see, only small hidden entrances. Inside, however, the tombs are rich and colorful. Walls are covered with texts from the Book of the Dead, written for gods, not humans. The most famous example is Tutankhamun. His tomb survived because rocks from another construction buried the entrance. This accident protected him for over 3,000 years. This idea, using mountains to protect their dead, also appears in ancient China. Behind all this stone lies belief. Egyptians watched nature. The sun rises, the sun sets, the river floods, life returns. They believed everything moves in cycles, including humans. As long as your name was remembered and your body stayed whole, your soul could return. They believed the heart was the center of thought and the brain was useless. So they removed it. In the afterlife, the heart was weighed against the feather of truth. Only those with a light heart could enter paradise. So, the heavy stones of Egypt were born from a dream of a light soul. In 332 BC, Persian rule collapsed. A 24-year-old conqueror arrived, Alexander the Great. Egyptians welcomed him as a liberator. After Alexander died, his general Ptolemy took Egypt and Alexander's body. This began the Ptolemaic dynasty. Greek science met Egyptian stone traditions. Temples like Edfu and Philae became more elegant mixing styles. This cultural blend reached its peak with Cleopatra, one of the few rulers who actually learned the Egyptian language. Over 3,000 years, Egypt rose from mud bricks, hidden kings inside mountains, and finally blended with Greek culture. Even the oldest civilizations can sign one last time when they meet new ideas. In the next episode, we'll explore Egyptian temples, places of power, desire, and secrets hidden inside giant stone columns. I'm Yan, see you next time.